Hello, EMBC family, and happy 9th day of Advent, this time of the church's calendar when we learn from Jesus' first coming how to prepare for his second. From the book of John, the first chapter. Truly, truly, I say to you, you will see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man. This is what Jesus said to a doubting Nathanael when he heard that his brother had found the Son of God, the Messiah. Why is Jesus called the Son of Man in this verse and elsewhere in the Gospels? It has everything to do with this season we call Advent. It's not simply because Jesus is human. It is because the figure of a Son of Man that we see hundreds and hundreds of years before in Daniel 7 is both human and far more than human. In fact, this was Jesus' favorite name for himself, Son of Man. And he uses it over 80 times in the Gospels. Jesus himself is the only one that uses this to refer to himself. It's worth noting. He got the title from Son of Man in Daniel chapter 7, verses 13 through 14. This is what Daniel says. I saw in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven there came one like a Son of Man. And he came to the Ancient of Days and was presented before him. And to him, the Son of Man, was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom, it's one that shall not be destroyed. This is the language of kingship, of glory, of sovereignty. But it also has a different ring than the titles Son of God, King of Israel. It sounds a little more lowly, perhaps more ordinary. So when Jesus used it, his claims to kingship and glory and sovereignty did not sound so overt. Only those who had ears to hear could break through to that exalted meaning of the term Son of Man when Jesus used it. So this time it was not the Jewish leaders who used the title to bring him to the cross. Jesus himself used it that way. And the key verse is later in the book of John, John 3. Just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whoever believes in him may have eternal life. A powerful story in Exodus, where Moses lifts up a serpent when people are dying of disease, and only as they look at that creature, that bronze serpent, are they healed. So you could say that the greatest glory that Nathanael, earlier in the passage, or you, or I, would ever see is the glory of the Son of Man, the Lord of heaven, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, lifted up on a cross to die for sinners. So when we look up at him this Advent season, as Son of God, as King of Israel, and as Son of Man, make sure that you see him dying on the cross to give you eternal life, and therefore see him as glorious. Merry Christmas.